Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my theory tuition series where I'll lead you step by step through the ABRSM theory grades. We're working through the Music Theory and Practice workbook for grade 1 at present. There's loads of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, there are some free PDF information sheets. They're available in US letter or A4 to accompany the whole of this series. Step by step, each page corresponds to each section of the series. There's also a page which links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also access information about the books I have available. If you visit sharonbill.com, it's all there. There's a book that I've specifically written to help you with your ABRSM Music Theory exam. How to take your ABRSM Music Theory exam grades 1, 2 and 3. Numbers 4 and 5 is out soon, and there's loads of exam techniques and tips to help you to make the most of your exam experience, which ultimately is what we're aiming to work towards in working through these books. So we're going to carry on with the last part of the major scales section, which if you turn in your workbook, we're turning to page 18. And also if you turn to your PDF download and again return to section L just to access the information on the major scales pattern. So we're only ever referring to this page. It's the same information each time, but they're just asking us to reapply that same information in many different ways. We're looking at the construction of the major scale, which is built up of a series of tones and semitones. If you go to the video that I've put in the cards and also in the description below, you can see the major scales construction actually demonstrated on the piano, and that's really helpful to see it on the piano also. And to make that series of tones and semitones, we need to add various sharps and flats as a key signature to make that scale pattern accurate. And so we're just using the same information again, but applying it to a different set of questions. So let's crack on to page 18. So exercise 6 asks us to name each of the keys in the melodies below and to write the extracts out again, but this time to use key signatures instead of accidentals. So there's quite a few aspects to this question, so let's break down what's required. First of all, we need to name each of these keys. Then we need to write out the extract again, but this time we need to use a key signature, not accidentals. Let's look at the example they've given us. So we've got to look for some clues in order to be able to name the key. So here we're in treble clef, we have an F sharp and we have a C sharp. And so we know that because of that, we're in D major because D major has F sharps and C sharps in the key signature. So we can first of all answer that question. The next thing to do is to copy out the piece of music, but then we don't need to add these accidentals because we're going to replace those with a key signature. So in effect, these two pieces of music will sound exactly the same. Here the F sharp and the C sharp are written as accidentals. Here they're formed as part of your key signature. An accidental means it only lasts for that note, for that bar, and you have to keep adding it as you need it. Same with the C sharp accidental here. A key signature means that every F and every C is always sharpened unless you're told otherwise. So let's try A together. We'll try this next exercise together, and then you can perhaps try some on your own. So let's look ahead for a clue. Here's our clue. And we're in the bass clef. If you think that's your C, so one note down is B, so therefore that is B flats. And so if you refer to your document here, we can see that F major is the key that requires B flat. So we can go ahead and answer that question. In actual fact, in this grade, there's only one scale that has flats, that's F major, so it's got to be F major. And so now I shall go on and just get all the nuts and bolts in place, ready to copy out the music. I'm keeping the bar lines aligned so I don't end up squishing the music or running out of space, and I'm keeping the notes aligned so I know exactly where I am. So we need a bass clef, and now remember it's key signature comes next, clef, then key signature to the B flat on that second line up, good boys, then it's time signature. This first bar always requires quite a lot of information, so keep your symbols tall and thin so you don't end up spreading out and taking too much time. So just because I prefer to, I'm going to just go through and get the note heads in quickly. You can copy it whichever way you like. We're just literally copying the blobs. However, we no longer need that accidental of a B flat because we've now got it doing the job in the key signature instead. Okay, so we just need the stems. There we go, and that means we've now completed all aspects of the question. We've named the key, we've copied the extract out, and we've used the key signature. I'll just complete the picture by adding that because this last bar is not complete, so we just add etc. to show that we've not completed this last bar. Okay, so have a go at B, C, D and E yourself. E looks like it's going to take a little bit of copying, so take your time, keep it neat, make sure you've got a nice sharp pencil and have your eraser and ruler to hand. Have a go at those, and then once you're ready, re-access into the video and I'll go through those with you. So I'm hoping that you've had a go of those on your own. It's better to go at your own pace and be unhurried than trying to keep up with me. And don't worry if you've made some mistakes. We can always erase that and try again. It's better to learn by your mistakes. So I'm going to glance ahead, and here's our clue. We've got an F sharp, and so if you refer to your major scales information sheet, you'll know that G major has F sharps in the key signature. The more you use those, the more familiar you'll become with them and you'll start to remember them. Just test yourself now and then so you don't have to keep looking up, because you will need to know those off by heart. Okay, so we need a treble clef, and we need an F sharp in the key signature top line, time signature, and now I've just got literally to copy the blobs. This is the nice bit, there's no thinking now, it's just a nice bit of time writing out your notation manuscript, and I love writing in pencil, I have to say. So we can just enjoy a bit of copying and give our brains a rest for the moment. Don't need that F sharp anymore because it's in the key signature. It's already doing the job at the key signature. Keeping my notes aligned so I don't get lost. This is a really famous piece of music actually. Dum da 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 dum. Dum dum dum. Da 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 dum. Dum, dum, dum. There we go. Bit of J.S. Bach. And that's that completed. Oh, my line's gone a bit wonky there. Shall I just tidy that? If you find you're struggling, just use a ruler for all of this. I'm just trying to be quick. Otherwise, these videos are going to last forever. Okay, and that one's complete. Let's go on to the next piece of music. So let's look ahead. Our clue is... we have a flat there, we're in the treble clef, it's a B flat, so it must be F major. Okay, so treble clef, B flats is our key signature now. We've replaced the need for that by adding it at the beginning. Time signature, and now we get the nice bit of copying the blobs. Again, another really famous piece of music, traditional song. Dum da 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 dum. There we go. For anybody with perfect pitch, I'm pretty certain that isn't entirely in tune, but there we go. So we don't need to copy that accidental now. The job's already done with the key signature. And because that bar is not complete, I'll just say etc. Okay, quickly get the stems. There we go. Okay, next one. So D, here's our clue. We're in bass clef, good boys to football, that's an F sharp, so it must be G major. So we want a bass clef, just sharpen my pencil a bit. F sharp's in the key signature. Okay, let's get our bar lines in place. It's quite a long section, this section F is, but it's such a foundational aspect in music theory, major scales. We'll be revisiting this topic forever and ever actually. We don't need the sharp sign now because the key signature does the job. Okay, stems can go in now. Just make sure you've copied that accurately. There we go. And then this last one looks like it's going to keep us busy. So let's look ahead. We've just got one little clue here. We're in treble clef. Every good boy does his football. We've just got one sharp, F sharps. So we must be in G major. So if I just start, be careful not to take up too much room because these bars are pretty full. Got our key signature and our time signature, tall and thin, otherwise you're going to run out of space. Keep your bar lines aligned. Like I say, these are pretty busy bars, and so if you allow it to stretch on, you're going to run out of space. So just keep aligned with theirs and you know you'll be okay. Okay, so we've got D, semiquaver rest. No need for the sharp sign now. Just takes, it's a good idea this is, to give you a bit of practice on your manuscript as well. The more you do, the quicker you'll get. Rest. Rest. If you're finding it difficult to keep it neat and tidy, use a ruler. I'm just trying to get through this quickly for you. Okay, stems ready to go. Oops, that went a bit wonky. Notice here we begin and end on the same note, so it's just a straight line. When the notes go down, we have a diagonal line. When the notes go up, we have a diagonal line. Don't forget your little extra line there to show your 16th note or your semiquaver. Okay, these can flip up. And then we've got a tie over there to make sure we write exactly as Mr. Elgar wrote. There we go, job done. So it's not a great deal of thinking in this one, but there's quite a bit of effort in the writing. There we go. Well, that's the end of that section. It's a massive section. It's one we're going to keep coming back to over and over again throughout the grade. So it's worth taking the time to become fully conversant with all that you've done here. Don't worry if you make some mistakes. Go back, try again, and you'll soon get the hang of it. I hope that's been helpful to you. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give me a thumbs up, give me a like. That would be very encouraging to me. And subscribe to my channel to stay updated with all the fab stuff I've got in store. I really enjoy working through this theory and I hope that I'm sharing the joy with you. Thanks for watching. Do access those free PDF information sheets and go to sharonbill.com and access all of the resources available to you there. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.